Everyone, it's Emma from Emma K Plans and welcome back to another video. In today's video I am going to be laying down my base for the week of November 29th through December the 5th. We are officially into December. This is my second Christmas kit of the spread of the year. If you want to see my first one, it's probably like one of my last couple of videos as part of my whole I say Planmas in like quotation marks because I'm not really following a structure. I'm just kind of trying to get as many videos up as I can. But as part of that, I am trying to film all of my bases of my Christmas kits. I don't always film my base, but I'm really trying to film all of the Christmas ones to share with you guys. So we're on number 2 and so far so good. I haven't stalled yet. So I am using this really bright and fun kit from Caress Press this week. If you watched my lineup video, I think I explained that this one was actually quite late into my lineup. Like the art came out quite late, so I didn't have it in here. And I actually had another kit that was also pink because my theme is kind of traditional, bright, traditional, bright, traditional. So I had another pink kit, definitely not as bright, but it was pink. And then this came out and I'm like, no, sorry, like I have to use this. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm not in love with the colours, like they're not really my thing, but it's a good breakup from like the traditional stuff, so hopefully it's all good. So these are the full boxes. Also, this came out from a few different shops, but I liked Caress Press's version the best. I just liked how she put together the boxes the most, so I decided to go with her. You got your bottom washi, extra box, and then the functional page. So I also got as a freebie, which is freaking awesome, these extra boxes. So you get 9 in the kit and I use 10, so I'll be using at least one of these, if not more. I got the blonde-haired girl to use in place of the redhead, which, I mean, I could have just used the redhead, but anyway. I got the 15mm because I really felt like that bottom washi needed to be broken up. And then I am using silver, which I just realised I forgot to get out silver bougie boxes, so I'll have to go and do that now. But I'm using a silver Caress Press bundle. I used the gold version last week and really loved it, so I'm using the silver bundle with this. I just thought silver would kind of pop. And then I'm only using a little sprinkle of pink, so I've got some overlay boxes and they're like kind of like Christmas dessert theme, because I feel like there's quite a few like treats in this kit. And then the headers. So that is going to be my base. I will jump to my voiceover and I will see you guys there. Hello friends, I am back to talk through the laying down of the base. So I've already tried to film this, well, record this voiceover once before. I got almost to the end and then my husband came home and then it's the next day now and I tried to pick it back up, but I just couldn't get the flow of like what I was saying right. It just did not, like, I don't know, it just did not sound right at all. It really clearly was like 2 different clips and I just wasn't very happy with it. So I decided to get rid of that one and let's just start again, which is kind of annoying because I really feel like I was getting pretty passionate about a certain topic in the voiceover, and I honestly wasn't sure that I was going to talk about it on my channel, but I really was just like getting into it and letting it flow. So I don't know if we'll get back to that topic. I don't know if you guys will ever hear it, but maybe you will. We'll see. But for now, let's just talk about what I'm doing. So I decided to use the 15mm strip, which I don't always do. Sometimes I pull in a Simply Gilded 15mm, but I just thought the contrast of this really bright pink with the silver foil on top and then the navy bottom washi in the kit was just like a killer combo, and I just didn't want to mess with it, so I decided to just, you know, roll with it. The pattern of the bottom washi, like the navy with the stars, wasn't my absolute favourite, but I think it worked well to then overlay the like the confetti pattern, I guess. So overall, I was really happy with my bottom washi. I like when my washi contrasts, and I like when I have one 15mm strip and then I use the bottom washi in the kit and it ends up being probably like 20mm, like rather than 15. I just prefer that look. So now that I've got all of my washi, you know, my measurements right, it's going to be interesting because I am going to be swapping inserts for next year, which will be a video that you see, well, you'll see them in the haul, but then I talk more about them in another video. So I'm going to have to learn like all my, you know, measurements all over again. Like, yes, while the boxes and everything are still the same, I feel like a lot of different inserts have different like widths at the top and at the bottom. So now that I've got it all down pat, we're going to be swapping it around again, but that is okay. We will live and learn. I feel like the new, like putting stickers down in new inserts or a new planner is like honestly one of the most satisfying things. So I think that will probably outweigh, you know, the annoyingness. Also, quickly, I just wanted to say I am sorry that it is a tiny bit out of focus. It's just out of focus enough that like I can't see from like where I sit and I look up at the viewfinder. It looks fine, but then I've pulled the footage through and it is a tiny bit out of focus, especially on like Monday, Tuesday and the sidebar. It's more focused on like my arm, so sorry about that. We are clearly not professionals around here. I normally can see when it's out of focus like quite badly, but because this is only a tiny bit, it just, I don't know, it wasn't obvious when I, as I said, when I looked in the viewfinder. So in terms of the boxes, I found that I really had to be cautious with my boxes and kind of plan them out. Some kits I end up just, you know, throwing them down willy-nilly, and others I have to be really cautious. This was one of those because I feel like a few of the boxes looked very similar to other boxes, and I obviously didn't want those right next to each other. So I think from memory, I don't have my planner in front of me, but I think it was like Tuesday and Friday maybe, looked very similar. They looked very brown. So I had to, you know, keep those apart. I didn't want them to be right next to each other. But other than that, I pretty much just did like stuck to my usual like layout, which is the double box, or the two boxes of the double box, Saturday, Sunday, and then I kind of do like the gradient down to the left, if that makes sense. So Friday, Tuesday in the middle, and then when Thursday, Monday, like on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it probably better than I can explain it. And then I used the silver bougie boxes from SPC. I think I mentioned in my last video, I am just used to SPC bougie boxes. I'm used to the paper, I'm used to the thickness, I'm used to the size, and I just much prefer them to ones that come in like other bundles. So I prefer, if it's an option, to just get the mini bundles, like for example from Caress Press, and then I can use the SPC ones that I have. So I pulled in I guess I used a fashion box that had blonde hair, even though, I mean, it doesn't really look blonde to me, but that's the box that I bought to substitute the redhead. And this is kind of where I went off on a bit of a tangent in my first go around of trying to film this. Essentially, I was saying that I really appreciate Caress Press and how she like does these boxes, for example, so you can substitute and make it your own, but you don't have to spend like $4 on a fashion girl, like the whole sheet, when you only use one of them. And then I was just kind of saying that I really appreciate Caress Press in general in the community, and going forward into 2022, I have pretty much like 3 shops that I'm going to be using, I'm going to be purchasing from. Mainly, I'm going to be using other kits because I have them, but I'm really going to be purchasing from Caress Press, Pink Diamond Plannerchoco, and of course Glam Planner, because I don't really want to get into it too much, but essentially my word of 2022 is purposeful. You might have seen my post on Instagram around Black Friday and that sort of thing about being really purposeful about my spending, and that actually is kind of what, you know, inspired me to think more about it. And then I decided that I wanted it to be my word for 2022, because I just really, I feel like I have blindly just spent money left, right and center in the past and just not really thought about it. Like, I've had disposable income and it hasn't really affected me. But with COVID, obviously that's brought a lot of changes, but it's definitely affected my disposable income, and I just can't be spending money on shit willy-nilly. So I've really made an effort and like really sat down and thought about who do I want to support. And I really feel Caress Press is a shop that, yes, she's a business, but I feel like she really has her customers' interests in mind, and a lot of things that she does are for the customer. For example, 2 things already that I've mentioned in this video, one being that's the single fashion girl that you can buy, and 2, the 2 different foil bundle sizes. So if you don't want the bougie boxes included, you don't have to buy them. And I just think that is really fantastic that she offers. I just feel like she offers so many options. Like, she has 4 different kit sizes to cater to everyone. She has foil bundle, she has overlay tape, she has kits, obviously. She has 2 different paper types as well. Like, that can't be easy to manage all those different things. Like, but also, I don't know. Yes, she's a business. Yes, you know, where are her customers and she makes money. But I really feel like she puts the customer first. And for me, that is a huge thing. Next year is supporting people who support me, and I really feel like Caress Press is, you know, someone who does that. Like, she always responds when I tag her in things, like message her, always responds. And I just feel like, I don't know, that level of support isn't there for other shops, and fair enough, it's not like expected, but for me, those who go above and beyond are where I want to spend my money. So yeah, I guess I said I probably wasn't going to get into it, but there you go. There's my little spiel. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on like my kits for next year, as in who I'm going to be shopping with. I think that little spiel there will probably be enough. But yeah, I have my reasons. I don't really want to go into them because I don't know. We all know what happened a couple months ago with, you know, Glam Planner, and how much that just blew up and just became this big drama fest, and that's not at all what I want. I am just personally choosing to support shops that I want to support and not support others that I don't feel support me. It's pretty much as simple as that. So anyway, moving on. Cool, that almost took up the voiceover there. So for this week, I decided to split up my glitter header overlays, and do them like every second one. So silver, pink, and I really think that worked out well. I really thought about where I wanted to put the silver because I didn't want to put the pink on top of the pink. So I think it would have looked fine either way, but I would have preferred the silver to be on the pink and then the pink to be on the other 2. So I don't know, I feel like I was really thinking ahead with this one, whereas I don't normally honestly think ahead. I kind of just do things and then go, why did I do that? But I've been really conscious, so that's good. I used the 3 different like extra header overlays on the sidebar because I use 3 headers in the sidebar, so it worked perfectly for me. Then my little trick, I don't know if it's a trick, I don't know if anyone cares, but the pages curling up at the corners when you put the bottom washi down drives me absolutely fucking mental. So I flip the page over and run a ruler along it, and it fixes it every time, and it's like my favorite thing ever. So that's what I just did. Then I popped down some deco. I found the deco in this kit to be a little bit big, like a tiny bit, but I still could work with it pretty, you know, easily. I just prefer not to have to cut things off the top, only because I'm lazy and I never do it, and then shit sticks to the top and I get angry. So like, that's the only reason. Otherwise, I think it was a good variety of deco, and the sizing was okay. As I said, it was just a tiny little bit too big. I didn't do it in this because, again, I'm really lazy, but I will go ahead and put the month on top of the sidebar, and I'll use a silver one, because I have silver when I have a fun foil, like I use black. But just popping the weekend banner in, and then that is pretty much it for this base. So if you want to see the rest of it and how this turns out, go follow my Instagram. It's down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!